Welcome back, everybody. Today we will be discussing how to cop any Yeezy off Yeezy Supply in 2019 and onwards, because there have been some changes, as some of you guys may know by now. So specifically in today's video, we'll be discussing what Yeezy Supply used to be like, how to fully exploit any Yeezy Supply drop manually, and frequently asked questions regarding this. And in the midst of everything, I do have a very exciting announcement for you guys. But with that short intro out of the way, why don't we jump right into this? So first, you may be asking, why in the world are we going over what Yeezy Supply used to be like? Well, there is a high likelihood that in the future, Yeezy Supply may revert back to Shopify. Hence, it's very important that you understand how to cop on its Shopify as well, in addition to the new format. Alright folks, let's take a little trip back in time. From the beginning, Yeezy Supply has always been hosted on a Shopify platform up until very recently. Initially, we used an exploit referred to as the Shopify bypass. To our dismay, this stopped working when Shopify took greater measures to stop bots, which ironically hindered manual users as well. It only works when bot protection is disabled, which normally occurs only when there's very few sizes left on a product after a significant duration of time on Yeezy Supply, for example. So with no bypass, the best thing I could suggest is adding to cart as fast as possible, of course, on 3 Chrome users per IP address. Any more than 3 on the same IP address and you do risk a temporary ban. It only lasts a couple of minutes, but still, you want to avoid that, because if you do get banned, then you're out of line, you've lost your chance to purchase. The goal is to get as many Chrome users in queue as fast as possible. Prior to reaching the queue, you would have noticed the checkpoint. At this checkpoint, you will have noticed you will have to solve CAPTCHA to access the queue. This is very efficient for minimizing bot purchases. In order to be as fast as possible, you want to ensure you're signed into an active Gmail account of yours on that specific browser. You would want to be signed in on each Chrome user that you plan on using. This will increase the probability of receiving one-click CAPTCHAs. Obviously, when you receive a one-click, it's much easier to solve that in comparison to actually solving a CAPTCHA, selecting images, etc. Solve it as soon as possible, of course. Get in queue and do the same exact thing on the other Chrome users you have set up. You should also ensure that you have autofill set up on every single Chrome user that you intend to use. So that's essentially it for the old Yeezy Supply. Now let's discuss the current Yeezy Supply, demandware, just like Adidas rather than Shopify. So inevitably, we'll also be discussing how to cop off of Adidas.com when they do release products via the splash page, because recently they've been using the app pretty frequently and doing draws through there. But anyway, for those who are familiar with the multiple people jig, you know that's what we are going to be using on Adidas. Hence, we will also be using that same exact tactic on the new Yeezy Supply. So let's break it down step by step. So easy that your grandma could do it. So easy that Uncle Gary could... I'm sorry, I keep getting vivid images from Uncle Gary. I gotta take a little breather for a sec. Step 1, you want to open up Google Chrome. Step 2, click on the emblem or little person in the top right corner of your screen on Google Chrome. Step 3, select Manage People when you scroll down. Step 4, in the bottom right, select Add Person. Step 5, name them and choose an avatar, then click Add. Then open the waiting room on all of the Chrome users you make. The waiting room can be found with the domain, which would be Yeezy Supply /product/ the PID of your desired product. Adidas and Yeezy Supply track your cookies rather than your IP, hence you can make as many Chrome users as you personally deem sufficient. Even though stock may load very early, you will not be able to get through the queue until the page states the sale has started, similar to Adidas. Then, in order to efficiently view the mass amount of Chrome users you have created that are now waiting in queue, on Windows, use the Windows and Tab button at the same time. You will be able to view them all, and if you have a ton that don't even fit on the screen, you'll be able to scroll through them. It'll be very efficient in terms of viewing all of them at once. Then for Mac, just simply use the F3 button. Not F3, the F3 button at the top of your keyboard. Then again, same as Windows, you can view them all at the same time. Now, since this is the same exact process for Adidas, regarding Adidas, because they still occasionally do drop online, It's the same exact process, guys, and when they don't drop online, you will have to sign up for the drawing via the Adidas app, and of course, since it is a drawing, to increase your chances, you'll want to have as many accounts as possible. This is irrelevant to Yeezy Supply. I just thought it would be worth mentioning to you guys because the goal at the end of the day is just to help you guys cop the items you want. So now we'll be moving on to some frequently asked questions, but prior to doing so, I did have an announcement to make, that of which a lot of you guys have been asking me to do for many months now, and I'm finally happy to say we finally done it. It took a significant amount of time. Now, although this is irrelevant to Adidas products, this is relevant to acquiring limited sneakers, and I'm excited to announce I'll be selling verified sneakers accounts for very affordable prices. All the details are on the product description. You can find the link for that in the description of this video. Now, this has been a goal of mine for a significant period of time because I wanted to ensure phone numbers were never recycled, unlike what a large portion of providers do, which I don't think is very ethical at all. Now, sneakers accounts may still be unverified. Nike does that in waves every couple of months, but I can assure you it'll never be due to a recycled phone number. You can always rest assured that your account was verified with a unique phone number. Whether you're manual or need some for BNB, Ghost, whatever it is, feel free to check out the link in the description. Like I always stress in videos, the more accounts you have, the higher the likelihood you will have of obtaining that limited product. But you know, we're not talking about that today. I just wanted to announce it's been a project I've been working on for a very, very long time. So again, I'm happy to announce it. Feel free to check it out in the link in the description. But now let's get back to the video because that's why you guys came here. But I did feel it was worth mentioning something that will help you guys out as well, even though it's irrelevant to Adidas. So now, frequently asked questions. These are just questions I've gotten in live streams when I do them, just constantly asked over and over again. And to avoid you guys having to ask those questions, I just put a very small list together for you guys. So first of all, is there a max amount of Chrome users per IP? Nope. There is no max amount. It's whatever your devices can handle. You'll notice if you do make too many, your computer will start to overheat, especially if your fan doesn't work on your computer like one of my laptops. It does become pretty frustrating, so you will unfortunately have to create a finite amount of them, not because of your IP address, but instead because devices can only handle so much. Now, moving on, can I buy multiple Yeezys if they're the same shoe? Yes, in fact, Yeezy Supply no longer places a heavy emphasis on duplicate info like they used to a while back. It would be suggested to jig your info for safety. Moving on to the next one, what do I do if I only have my phone with me? For example, if you happen to be away on vacation, you don't have your computer, what's the best thing you could do? What's the best chance you have with only your phone? Well, in this case, you want to use as many browsers as you can download. You know, you could download the Safari app, for example, the Chrome app, as many as you could find out there. And the reason we do this is because just like individual Chrome users, each browser will have different cookies. But that'll essentially conclude it for today's video. I did want to put this out. I know this is somewhat old news for a lot of you experienced guys, and for some of you guys who might be hearing this for the very first time, but I did want to clarify all of this for you guys just because we will be seeing many drops in the future on this new Yeezy Supply, such as the Black 350s, which are coming out Black Friday. Obviously, a drop that is anticipated by everyone, not just because it's a great personal pair, because although stock is high, there's still going to be plenty of profit to be made, so I thought it was definitely worth putting out this video in time. But anyway, feel free to leave a like if you did enjoy the video or you perhaps learned a thing or two. Also, the link in the description for the Nike sneakers accounts, you can feel free to check that out as well. Also, subscribe and turn on post notifications just so you stay 100% updated when it comes to any hype sneaker release or any videos of this nature. With that, I'll see you guys later. Have a fantastic rest of your day.
Always told me not to play when another man's foot is in the way. Get your foot off my foot, Get your foot off my foot, yeah! Your feet are so big, just like a clown. It hurts so bad, you're bringing me down. Get your foot off my foot, Get your foot off my foot, yeah! Get your foot off my foot.